What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video, and today we are going to talk about a couple of things. One being if you have to go past a certain level point to enjoy all aspects of the game, and what camping for too long, how it can affect your gameplay. Okay? I apologize if it is hard to hear me. I'm going to try to talk a little louder. My microphone on my headphones is a piece of shit, and I am waiting on my new headphones. So, that being said, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have not already, comment, leave me some feedback, all that good stuff. Alright, so first things first. You guys, if you are camping and you're following my Missy Building Guide, which I have several videos about it, and I recently put one up yesterday. It's called Missy's Building Guide Part 1, and then there is a Part 2, and I go through each and every level unlock, what you should have, basically what you should have completed by what level, alright? One thing that I did leave out in that video, which is pretty self-explanatory, is the depot slots that you sell your items. That is something that you guys are going to want to unlock early on. You do need all 32 slots. For those of you who did not know, there is 32 slots. I mean, it's all a matter of preference, I suppose, but I personally think I need more than 32 slots, but I'm also level 99 to have every item unlocked. So, that's just a matter of preference. Now, if you are camping and you are listening to my Missy Building Guide and you are camping for too long, let's say that you're level 18 and I tell you that you need between 350 and 400 storage, and you're somewhere in the 600 storage and you still have not left level 18. You are hurting yourself greatly, okay? When I set these requirements, I set them based off of my knowledge of the game, and I set them very high so that you guys would not screw yourselves over. If I'm telling you that you are able to move forward, you are able to move forward, okay? You don't have anything to worry about, and you are not going to hinder your rare find. You are not going to screw your city up in any way. I have a member in my group who is kind of needing a push here, Yoda, to move out at level 18, and you are hurting yourself, okay? And I'm going to explain why you're hurting yourself. If you are, now, you can only screw up your city so much, okay, if you camp, right? So, within reason, you could, like I said, you can only screw yourself so much. However, what you are doing is, during this time, at level 18, you're working on unlocking your storage, you're working on unlocking your land, and you are working on winning Contest of Mayors. You are working on going up the leaderboard and winning the mega prize. If you camp too long at level 18, you are basically, you are hindering this much needed time that you could be earning those epics, right? And utilizing and taking advantage of those upgrade assignments. For example, when you do Contest of Mayors at level 18 and you camp, you are not doing those upgrade assignments, right? You're letting them sit there, you're canceling them. What you could be doing is slowly leveling up, using those assignments, utilizing those assignments, and getting those points. And now you have upgraded a little bit more homes to fully upgrade it so that you can do your epics. So when you hit level 24, you're going to camp for the remaining amount. Now, you don't need, if I told you you need 400 to do epics at level 24, then 400 storage is plenty. You don't need 700 storage to do epics at a level 24. Okay? You don't. You don't need anywhere near that, right? So every day you're allowed to do one epic every 24 hours. every day that you camp at level 18 just to get your storage up, you are taking away from that much needed epic building. Okay? So you're prolonging earning that. Whereas, let's say you camp for another 3 weeks. You could have had 21 epics by then. And you're really not saving. But what's happening is the whole reason why you're camping at level 18 versus level 24 is what? Because you want to up your storage more? Well, you're going to have roughly the same amount of rear find at level 18 versus level 24. It's not going to plummet that much. So really all you're doing is hurting yourself. You're basically not allowing your city to progress and grow. You're just running in place. You need to get going on those epics. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to wait and wait and wait. The epics are going to come and you're going to be only focused on epics. So you're not going to have anything else really to do. And you're going to be pretty damn bored, to be honest with you. You're going to get your epic done and you're going to have to wait 24 hours for the next one. You're going to, you'll have a lot of storage space, but you're going to have a lot of storage space anyway. You see where I'm going with that? And here's the other thing. It's going to take you some time to level up between level 18 and level 24. Now, you could just climb the ladder and go up as quickly as you want, but it's still going to take you quite some damn time to, if you do it right. If you do it slowly and you do it as your assignments come up, you're still looking at a couple weeks, couple months maybe, depending on how slow you go about it. And in that time, between the reason I told you to have 350 to 400 storage is at your level, you're unlocking your storage at a rate of 1 to 3 times a day. So at that rate, even with leveling up, you are going to be somewhere around the 500 to 600 range anyway when you get to level 24. So for you to camp to level 6 till you get to 500 or 600 storage is really, it's not necessary. It's not. It's so unnecessary, it's not funny. You're hurting yourself, okay? Now, if you want to add another 2 months of gameplay on that to accomplish the same thing by the same time frame besides adding 2 months, then by all means proceed with what you're doing, but it's not necessary. Now, there are other ways that not leveling up can hurt you, okay? But this doesn't happen until later on in the game. So this person asked me, is there a purpose in leaving a specific level? Once you unlock everything, once you unlock the epic projects, why would you need to leave level 24? Okay, now it's my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you unlock regionals at level 25. So if you unlock regionals at level 25, okay, I think it's level 25. What reason do you have to go past level 25? Well, here's part of your problem, okay? Let's say that you level up to level 24 and you max out everything. You max out your storage, you max out your dozer, you max out everything. Okay, you've converted all of your homes that you have on your map to epic projects. In order to make new epics, you have to upgrade more homes. Now, let's say that you're like, well, what if I stay this level and I just want the amount of epics that I have homes for now and I'll just stop? Well, then what are you going to do? Not going to be anything to do. You're going to be bored. So let's say that you're fine with being bored and nothing to do, and you go up one level and you go up to level 25 to unlock regional maps. Okay, well, now what? How are you going to progress on your regional map if you don't level up? You're not going to unlock any of those hotspots because you have to up your regional pop to unlock that. You're not going to unlock any of the trees. So how beautiful can your city really be if you only have access to the couple of trees that they give you in the beginning? So eventually you will have to level up if you want regional maps and if you want to make a beautiful city. Now, let's say you don't care about regional maps. Let's say you don't care about the trees. You just want a capital map. and you don't care about the looks of any of these trees. So the ones you'll be given are these right here. It's the only 3 trees you'll have access to. Then by all means, no, you don't have to go past level 25. You can stay there and you can win the mega for the rest of your life and whatnot. But eventually, I'm going to tell you, you're going to get bored. Okay. The building guide that I have written up for you guys is, if it's followed correctly, it's going to make your gameplay so easy that there's not going to be much a challenge. So leveling up after a certain point will be your challenge. Okay? If you are somebody who is looking for a challenge, I mean, I'm giving you guys an opportunity to not have all of these major issues. So for example, SimCity doesn't make money unless you fuck up. They don't make money unless you need something. And here's the thing. If you follow my building guide, you won't need to buy really anything. You won't need to spend real money. Okay? So what I have to say to you guys is, I'm making the game very, very, very easy for you. If anybody here that's listening to me has had a level 50 or above city and has been playing this game for longer than 8 months to a year, then you know what I'm talking about, okay? You know the struggle of being a level 50 and only having 200 storage. You know the struggle of being able to not being able to win the contest of mayors, not being able to afford anything or cash, okay? And it doesn't make the gameplay more challenging. It makes it frustrating and impossible. Not totally impossible, but it makes it really annoying. And it's not pleasant. It's really not. Everybody likes a challenge, but that's not really a challenge. It's more or less just pulling out your pocketbook, really, is all it is. Somebody pulled out their credit card and fixed their issues. Now, a challenge is going, you know what? I'm going to be smarter in the game. And I'm going to find a way to avoid all of these issues by doing what Missy says and doing Missy's building guide. And by doing so, you make your life easier. Okay? Now, to some level, you're going to have to start setting goals for yourself. Maybe you're somebody who wants to build a pop city. Maybe you're somebody who wants to build a beautiful city. But ultimately, my building guide is meant for getting the basics. Basically what you're doing is you're setting your city up mechanically first. Okay? Then, after you get all the important, boring shit taken care of, like the storage and the dozer and all that crap, you've upgraded your VU tower and whatnot, then you can go into the more entertaining parts of the game where you can buy buildings that you like and you can start having fun designing your city and things like that. So what ends up happening is people try to do both at the same time. They try to design their city and have the fun aspects at the same time that they're trying to earn and build the mechanics up of their city. And what they're finding is that juggling both of them is impossible, right? And they're fucking up and they're losing money. They're losing keys. They're buying buildings and then going, I don't like the look of that, and bulldozing it. And then they're going, well, I have this really cool idea I want to do, but now I got to wait 6 months to get enough plat keys to do it. So trust me on this, you guys. If I tell you that it's time to move forward, move forward. If I tell you it's time to restart, restart. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this, okay? I have made enough mistakes to know. Now, if you are playing the game, you need to figure out why. Why are you playing SimCity? What do you want from your city? Are you a war player and that is it? Then a lot of these don't apply to you, okay? Are you just population? Population has little to no reward or benefit in this game. So if you're focusing on population, odds are it's just because that's what you want to do. You just want to see how high you can get it. You don't get very much of an increase in taxes. Population is not important, okay? Once you get past a certain point of population, which is like 300,000, and you've unlocked the airport and everything, you really don't need it any more than that. Yeah, your tax is going to go up a little bit, but not much, okay? There are 3 variables when taxes are calculated: city level, city happiness, and city population. Population has little to nothing to do with your taxes, and even so, you're going to earn way more coin worrying more about the production of your city. So, you guys, please figure out what it is that you want from your city, what you want to do, and make those goals happen. But set those goals early on, okay? Don't go, you know what? Designing my city is so far down the road, I'm not going to think about it. No, it's not that far down the road, especially if you guys are doing my building guide. I'm not kidding you. If you do it properly and right, you could have what would take somebody years in weeks. No joke. You could be level 18 in one day if you do it right, okay? So trust me on this. It's not that far away. Designing your city is not that far away. You need to start thinking. You're buying epic pointers, aren't you? Those are buildings, aren't they? You guys need to make sure that you're buying ones that you like the look of and that are beneficial. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, all right? Don't buy a bunch of beneficial buildings when one that you like the look of only costs 2 more keys or something. You see what I'm saying? So don't not upgrade your VU tower because you're cheap. You know, do what you're supposed to do. Don't not upgrade your store slots even though I told you to, because you don't see a point in having the extra 4 slots. I'm telling you, you need them. Trust me on that, okay? If you play the game the way that I'm telling you, you will have a much easier life. All right? Don't camp too long. Now, not everybody's going to follow my guide. I get that. Believe me, I do. Everybody's going to do their own thing. I'm just here to give you advice. You don't have to take it, okay? But I'm telling you guys, if you want advice and you want good advice, I'm giving it to you. Now, if you want to build a pop city, I'll make a video on that. That's separate from this. The building mechanics is going to be similar, but it's going to be a little different. If you're doing Omega, it's going to be a little different. If you want me to write up a building guide that like a walkthrough for you to follow for something else, then you guys need to come to me and say, look, I want to build my city solely on population. How do I utilize that? And I'm going to say, okay, this, and this. You're going to need a grid city. Looks are not going to happen anymore. You're going to need a grid city. And by grid, I mean you're going to go over here and you're going to have probably 2 sets of residentials. 2, one here, like this. 2 rows, okay? Then, in between those 2 rows of residentials, you're going to put your pop boost. It's going to be a little more complex than this. And then you're going to have 2 more rows of residentials. And you're going to grid. You're going to do it in a grid. And that way that you are getting transportation coverage evenly throughout your whole city. And then getting landmark coverage through your whole city, okay? That way you don't have some landmark over here, some transportation over there. You have to maximize your coverage. And you have to have a certain layout to do that. And there's a lot of people that have written up good layouts for that type of city. But just make sure that you know what it is that you want. That way you know what you need to work towards. Don't sit here and go, well, I'm going to follow her building guide up until a certain point, and then I'll decide what I want. No, the building guide changes in the beginning. If you want an Omega city, you got to back up all the way back to the beginning of my building guide, and a lot of that shit doesn't apply to you. A lot of this stuff is going to change for you. So please reach out to me if you want me to do a building guide on other aspects of the game. Explain to me what it is that you want from your city, and I will do my best to write up a building guide for you guys, okay? That being said, I am going to end this video. I got some other stuff I got to do today, but please reach out to me and let me know what you guys want.